Hello, everybody. My name is Daniel Mendel, and I wanted to do something for Jack Month, or Jak and Daxter Month. Um, and I kind of decided that I'd like to do a video of me 3D modeling one of the characters, so I want to do that. So I found a concept art of Daxter. I think this is from the original developers. I'm not 100% sure, but I thought it was good enough, and I want to utilize these at the bottom here, especially the front and the side views. Um, and yeah, just hopefully put something together pretty quickly. I'm just going to do the head. I'm not going to do the whole body, just to keep it simple. So I might ramble a little bit through this video, but hope you guys don't mind. Just going to pull this into Photopea just to do a little bit of prep work. I'm going to be using Blender for this. And just a note here, I am not an expert in Blender. Decent, but by no means an expert. Let's get this guy, and I want to get the side view as well. There we go. Just get rid of those guys. Just do a crop. Also, this tool right here, it's like Photoshop. It's very similar to Photoshop, but it's like completely open source, which is amazing. On the right hand side, there's an ad here, so I'm just hiding that. Let's see. Let me just get some lines going here. I think. Oops. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm an absolute idiot. Come on. Should I cut that? Nah, I'm gonna leave it in. It's my bad. Let's do this again. Image crop. View rulers. So what I wanted to do there is, okay, it is Command R. Why did that not come up? See, I did Command R. Okay, I guess the Safari shortcuts are a little bit interfering with the shortcuts here, so that's interesting. I'm just going to bring one down to the line here, and I'll do one at the eye level and one more at the ear level, just to make sure these guys are lining up. And they're not. So I'm going to... that's... See, I'm used to Photoshop here, so I'm kind of struggling. Let's get this. Command T does not work to open up transform, just in case anybody wants to know. Go. Right, so it's still not perfect. The eye level doesn't really line up in the concept. So you can see here, I put this eye level here, this here, and that up there. So this is the nature of concepts, though. I suppose I could rotate this back a little bit. It's not Control T. Come on, man. Stop doing that. And let's just see if I can line this up a little bit. Maybe another one. Let's try another one here. Let's get the upper eyebrow. Oh, the upper eyebrow kind of matches. I think this should be good enough. I think it should be good. So the upper eyebrow right here matches. The lower jaw matches. The eye doesn't match. Maybe it's because he's tilted in this image. Actually, yeah, let's straighten that out. Here. Just give him a little bit of a straighten. There we go. The image became pretty blurry, but it's okay. It's just a reference. All right, I think that's good. So this is my front, and this is my side. Let's just export those. Files, export as PNGs. I do want to allow. There we go. Through there. this guy. Probably should have centered him. I could do that in Blender. That's fine. There we go. Oops. Did I really? Hang on one second. What's going on here? You are there. That's funny. It's my front. I think the other one just moved. Didn't like that I had them there. There we go. So now I got my front and side image, and they are tiny little thumbnails, but I think they'll be okay to work with. And then I'll refer back to this guy for like mouth placement and things like that. So, but I am going to keep this pretty simple in this video. Cool. Just minimize that, and I'm going to boot up. I think I might have done it booted up already. There we go. Yep. All right. Now you guys can watch me struggle through this. Let's get rid of those, and I'm just going to set up my planes to begin with. My image or working planes. Let's call this material front, and we're going to add. Actually, I don't want to use this material. I want to use an emission one. So this one, no lighting will affect it. Essentially, I want that. I want this, and image texture. And open. Go ahead and go to my and choose front. Switch modes. There we go. Now we can see him in the front there. Very nice. Yeah. Okay. Good. So I am going to rotate this along the x-axis 90 degrees and just push him back a little bit. There you go. I think he's not centered perfectly. Maybe about there. Yeah, it's good enough. Okay, good. Let's add another plane. I think these are 1 or 2 meter planes. Yeah, it's a 2 meter wide plane. So, like in real life scale, it's going to be way bigger than Daxter's head. He doesn't have a 2 meter wide head, so I don't really care though. Side, and again I'm just going to put this emission material on this guy and choose image texture, and we're going to go ahead and open up that image, side image. There we go. Rotate this along the z-axis 90 degrees, and then the y-axis 90 degrees as well. Background. There we go. And just like that. Alright, and I kind of don't want to see them through the back here like this, so what I'm going to do is, there should be a setting here to do backface color. There, that's the one, backface color. So now we can't see those guys. And I think I want to mirror this guy actually in the y-axis. So I'm going to scale it in the y-axis, and just go -1. There we go, so it's kind of facing that direction. That'll just make things a little bit easier. And this is not a Blender tutorial, so I'm not going to like go over all the shortcut keys that I'm using, but I would like to narrate just a little bit. And I want to make these not selectable. I should be able to add that to this list here. I think it's this guy. And then if I do this, there we go. I can't select them. There we go. That's my scene setup. I'm just going to save this into that folder. Keep all the references. Daxter head. There we go. There we go. So I got my scene set up. Alright, so I use a modeling technique called I don't even know if it has a technique name, but basically there's box modeling, where you start off with a box and then you kind of subdivide or add divisions, and you kind of work that way, and that's good for keeping your edge flow, but I don't really use that. I like using different methods. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to keep a front and a side view open, and I'll actually do this like this, where this one is also, this is the front view, and that's the side view, and this one I can kind of orbit around and get my perspective, and then I can kind of see what's going on over here. Yeah, this looks good. There we go. All right. Yeah, so I'm going to start off with just a plain. I'm going to go into edit mode here and scale this whole thing down. Now I'm going to start off with, actually I'm going to turn on X-ray mode here. There we go. Oh, and then I should also turn on auto merge this guy. Yes, that's going to make my life way easier later on. And I think I have my face centers active. Yes, this little dot in the middle, that's useful. Okay. Alright, so I'm just going to come in here and just get the initial thing started. Boom, boom. Ooh, it's way too wide. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just snap this to the center there. Cheat a little bit. There we go. Let's get rid of this face. That face. There we go. And now I'm just going to try not to touch this edge. But if I do, it's not a big deal. I can go ahead and fix that. And I think he's got a little bit of an indent here, so I don't want to go too far. So if I look at the reference image, this guy, yeah, he's got like, it's not, he doesn't have a flat brow, right? So you kind of want to have a little bit of a indentation on the inside there. Yeah, I think that's good enough. Let's go here like this. All right, good. we got one polygon, 2 triangles. That is the start of our Daxter. All right, let's get along here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically just trace out his general shape here according to the side view, and then I'll get the front profile here in a minute. And it looks like yeah, so I got to go way down here in this, so it's kind of like an invisible line because his brow is a lot taller in there, so I gotta crush this a little bit, and I probably want to come in here and push this down as well. Oh, I gotta change this to X-ray view as well. So X-ray view, so I can actually select through things. Yeah, all right. I think that's good. There we go. And yeah, let's do one more over here. Actually, I probably want to come up to this spot right there, so it's kind of to guess where this is going. Eventually there. So I'm a little bit rusty when it comes to modeling. I still try to do a little bit in my spare time, but it doesn't. My spare time doesn't come so often these days. Yeah, unfortunately, and I think I'm gonna flatten this out a little bit. Here we go. I used to do modeling professionally, actually. Worked on a couple of games. Currently working at Game Loft. In Toronto. I probably want to sharpen up this button nose right there. And let's just do this. Yep. And I think this should be a little bit flatter. Yeah. There we go. Let's flatten these guys out a little bit. This guy's pretty off. That's okay. There we go. And for these guys, I'm going pretty low with them, aren't I? Yeah, they're not really lining up, but that's okay. We're just gonna choose one of these and stick with it. I think we'll stick with the side view here. The front view looks a little bit squished. The side view looks pretty decent in this case. Let's go ahead and grab this edge. Just finish off the shape. That was probably too big right there. Yeah, it's fine. There we go. Got a starting shape. And what we're going to do is I'm going to trace out this line right over here. So I'm going to go around there and I'm going to find the correct one. I think what I'll do is I'll start with this guy and sort of follow here and then kind of wrap around there. You can see I'm following the silhouette up here. This, and every time I do a move here, I want to kind of follow both of them like this. I want to probably look at this 3D view as well, because things are not always in a 2-view perspective, so you got to kind of be very aware when you're modeling these things that what you're doing may look good from the front view and the side view, but it might not look good from like a perspective view. So it's a little bit low. Let's actually grab this guy and go out a little bit. Actually no. Let's add another edge loop here. So I like doing this where I kind of get I do like every other loop like this, and then I just fill in the gaps. It's a little bit easier. And you kind of tweak each polygon. So do this guy, fill that up. Oh yeah, that's good. I think that's looking decent. And I'm gonna snap this guy to this guy because I just snap, and yes, so for snap I think I have to choose vertex, and this is why I turned this auto merge, because if I snap it, it's snapped, but it's actually still 2 polygons, whereas if I had this on, I can snap it, oops, there we go, and then now it's a single polygon, which is what we want. Alright, let's bring this out a little bit in these views to match the front view, and I might need a little bit more resolution here, or I could keep it lower, go for more of a Jak 1 style. I guess I should talk about my love of Jak and Daxter when I'm doing this, right? Well, I haven't gotten to play them in a while, but you know, been busy, life and all. But yeah, I played them when they first came out. I was so excited. Like, when I first got Jak and Daxter, the first one, obviously, PlayStation 2. I was so young. I didn't really have a concept of game saves, so I did a lot of playing the first level. And then not realizing that you needed a save card for like saving your progress. So I ended up replaying the first level like 100 times, or not the first level, like, you know, like the first world in the game here, where it's Sandover Village and kind of doing Sentinel Beach and all of those fun places, and then finally I realized, oh yeah, I should probably get a save memory card and actually do something or try to get further in the game, which is, I just find it hilarious that a dumb little kid like me didn't really know how to save a game. And then fast forward to where I am now, and I'm actually, like, I'm a game developer. Like, Jak and Daxter inspired me to become a developer and make games professionally. was just fascinated with the art of it. And okay, so for this one I might, yeah, see the difference in these things. So I'm lined up pretty well with the front view, but the side view is just like crazily different. So I think I'm gonna kind of try to go in between here. And I probably should have done this a different way. This face, yeah. So yeah, like playing the first level of Jak and Daxter over and over and over again. I got pretty good, and then I got the memory card. And then I was able to actually play and finish the game, and just such a masterpiece, the first game. And then the second game was announced, and I was like so excited for that. And, you know, Jak became darker and edgier. I thought it was like the coolest thing ever, and I still do. I think that Jak 2 is my favorite game of the franchise. Just the story of it is so phenomenal. Storytelling. I think that Naughty Dog has gotten a little bit dark in recent years. Like, I don't care as much for Last of Us. I did like the Uncharted games, but definitely had a soft spot in my heart for the Jak and Daxter games. I generally try to play them once a year. I think it's been longer than that because it's like my PS2. First of all, my cat bit the cable of my controller, and then it stopped working, which was kind of ridiculous. How did that get so far down there? So my cat bit my controller, so my PlayStation 2 controller stopped working, and then I got the series on PS3, and that the port was actually really well, so I played them on PS3 after that. And then I bought them on PS4, but they're just not the same. I mean, like, I'm sure everybody who's played the original games on PlayStation 2 and who has played the ports, or not the ports, I guess it's not a port, it's an emulation, right? Kind of knows what I'm talking about, where it's like, it's the lag, right? It's like the frame rate is not nearly as good as the other games. Or as the other systems. PS3 was great. PS2 was amazing. Yeah. Alright, so we gotta dip this in a little bit more, right? Let's try that. Gotta fill this in. Take a step back, take a look. This guy's probably gotta come in more. I guess I could have moved my whole concept. Yeah. Yeah, so this is just my little contribution to Jak Month. Not looking to create anything super spectacular, but I thought it might be fun. Insert an edge loop. And yeah, let's merge those. If there's any seasoned modelers watching this, they're probably like cringing right now. It's like, no, do it this way, no, do it this way. And I'm sure there are probably better ways to do this, but I eventually get there. Like, usually my topology it's pretty clean by the time I'm done. Yeah, that looks better. I feel like this could be a little bit more rounded. Daxter's mug is a little bit more round right there, so let's actually add another edge loop. There we go. Oh, looks good. And this concept doesn't really show the mouth all that well. for the front or side view. So that's where you'd like refer back to these images, how the mouth is structured. And I think I want to, I guess I'd be here, right? Yeah, let's do this. Let's bring this in here. So I'm gonna... Also, just note when you like, if you are interested in kind of like becoming a modeler, try not to go off of somebody else's work. Try to find like original concepts, because if you're not doing that, you're interpreting somebody's interpretation of something, and it's just a lot better to go from the original source. It's just why I'm working off of the image that I'm working off of. Actually, it's getting to a point where I probably should be able to see through this guy. Okay, so let's go ahead and add a material, and I'll call this Dax Matte. Sure, and I'm gonna make it a green color. You know what? I could do orange. I usually choose green because, you know, the human eye can see green a lot better than other colors, so you can kind of see more shades of it, but I think in this case it's fine. And I'm going to make it a blend, so make it slightly transparent so we can see through it. There we go. That way we can kind of see the concept behind it, and we can kind of follow up the topology a little bit more in some cases. And is this where my computer just starts lagging? Might be. Might be. Okay, make sure I do this face, and I'm going to follow this line. So I might fill those. This is kind of going to be the start of his face. Now, does it come out from the eyes here? Let's see. It would, right? Just a little bit. Yeah, he's got a little bit of cheekbone there. Let's go with this auto merge off. We don't need that right now. Like this a little bit. Give him a little bit of a cheekbone structure there. And yeah, maybe it's not time to do this one yet. Let's do that, and let's bring this down. Keep on messing up my views here. I think that's decent. Let's make this a little bit. I probably got to start coming in a little bit more, shouldn't I? I'm not good at talking and modeling at the same time. Maybe that's something I should get better at. What was I talking about before with the... Oh yeah, like when Jak 2 first came out, I was so excited. Like, well, not first came out, when it was first announced, I was so excited about it. And I remember going online and downloading every screenshot I could of the game on like dial-up modem internet, and it was just like super slow. And I had a folder of all the Jak images, Jak 2, that I could download, and I just looked at those things for hours and hours on end before the game actually came out. And it was and then the game came out, and it was just such a great game. It was kind of like one of the games where I was super hyped for, and the hype just totally delivered. It was the greatest experience. Yeah, so I think actually that's pretty good for his mouth right there. Good enough. Good enough for now. Edge the pier. That way you can connect those guys up. Yeah. This and yeah. So Jak 2 came out. I was super pumped for it and loved it so much. Jak 3 came out the next year, and I wasn't. I mean, it was good. But I was a little bit disappointed with what they did with the precursors. Like in my mind, they were this like super angelic kind of race of people or whatever that that kind of fell apart for me a little bit with Jak 3 with you know, the precursors being who they are. Even in my head, I came up with lore to kind of explain away why they did what they did, and like, oh no, the precursors are not these guys. I mean, not only these guys. Maybe they're like a group maybe they're a group of species or an evolution of species, and they've kind of like kept each evolution, and the Ossels are like one iteration of their evolution that are good at one thing, or genetic engineering or something like that. But then like I go older and I'm like, who cares? it was good. It was fun. They definitely made Jak 3 a lot easier. I hadn't played the series in a really long time, and I came back to it a couple of years ago, and I found it, well, when the PS4 the PS4 emulation came out, I played it again. I found it very difficult, and then I realized, oh wait a minute, the controls are backwards, right? they like defaulted it to the reverse of what they actually were. I think, I don't know, it's hard to tell in the original, but I think there was a way to actually reverse them back. Reverse them back to their sort of original settings. But yeah. Okay, this is coming along. It's not bad. Let me get a little bit more definition in the cheek over here. Turn off, actually. I'm going to turn off the X-ray mode. It's just getting a little bit more confusing. Actually, that didn't make much of a difference at all. Alright, that looks good. Alright, should I fill in the eye or should I fill in the top? I feel like I should fill in the eye. So let's do that. Let's grab this. Just bring this in a little bit. And one thing with these cartoony characters is their eyes are not spheres. Like, I used to do a lot of like portrait modeling, where you model people's faces. You had like a nice front view and a nice side view, and then you model their faces, and their eyes are, you know, spheres. So doing them was really easy. Just put a sphere in here, and then you modeled everything around them. But for a cartoony character like this, it is not a sphere at all. I'll probably have to smooth this out. I probably shouldn't have kept it one single piece of geometry in retrospect here, but it's fine. I'll just fill this up. There we go. And we have an uneven number, which leaves me a triangle. What I'm going to do, I think I could use a little bit more resolution on this top face, so it's a little bit too blocky here. So I'm going to come in here and do this, and just get this a little bit of, that looks good. At this point, I'm kind of going away a little bit from the concept, because the concept can only do so much. I feel like, yeah, this might come in a little bit more, and I might need another edge loop around here. Even out this geometry a little bit more. Oops. getting a little bit away from it. Let's try to keep this nice sharp corner right there. That's good. Yeah, looks nice. First eye. This should give me an even number of... Go. Good. Ooh, they're all wobbly. That's fun. Let's top view, rotate, scale. What axis is this? Z axis. I mean Y axis. There we go. And rotate it back. Should probably use like the sculpting tools to do this. Just I haven't used the sculpting tools in a while. Probably be pretty bad at them. All right, there we go. All right, that's good. Let's continue on. Oh man, that got pretty big, this gap. I want to kind of have even edge flow here when I get this back part. All right, so I think it's going to come down and then kind of meet up with his head here. So I'm going to kind of find where, I guess it'd be here. Top view, oops. Probably better, so we're going to come around like this. Then down. Meet back up here, like that. Man, I gotta say, I was like super tired when I started this. I was just setting up my recording workspace, and it was just such a painful. I had to like log into my Razer Synapses, and it was not giving me the proper settings for my mouse. And now I feel good. Yeah, something about modeling that relaxes me. Very much enjoy it. It's gonna come. Actually, I should probably straighten this out first, right? Give us a little bit of a straight section here. Maybe. Let's do that. This is where my alpha material is becoming a little bit difficult to see, so I'm going to turn that off. There we go. I don't know. Kind of looking like Daxter. And I never realized how flat his head was here. Like, he had this goggles that he always wears, right? And it doesn't look flat, but then if you actually model it, like, his head is so flat here. Yes, I've known Jak and Daxter for 20 years and still learning things about it. It's just hilarious. Let's feel that. There we go. So that, yeah. Figure out how to make this transition here. Guess just, oh, only one left here. What should I do? Oh. Oh, whoops. Oops. It's fine. It's fine. We can have triangles. Triangles are not evil. They just make edge flow a little bit painful. At the end of the day, everything gets triangles. That's all. It's fine. Like, eventually you'll, like, as a modeler, you get to a point where, like, you know something, it's like you're trained not to do it, but then you kind of get lazy and jaded. It's like, yeah, I know this will mess up my edge flow. By the way, edge flow is like these polygons. Alt. Yeah, like this is edge flow, and this is edge flow. So like doing selections like that is harder with triangles because the edge flow breaks. Like if I try to do the same thing here, like this, you can see it stops right there. It doesn't know which way to go because of the triangle. So you get wrapped around the eye. That happens a lot. But yeah. Alright, so I gotta figure out how to do the back of his head too here now. So I think I might join these edge loops like this. I should probably make a neck actually. Let's go like this. Let's go down like that. And sure, let's just follow this. Scrawny little neck right there. There we go, and the neck should be pretty easy to do. Let's keep it nice and simple. There we go. Oh! Oh yes. Oh, I'm way too big. Wait a minute. What? Oh, I'm not that far off. I'm not that far off. It's okay, it's okay. We're okay. I forgot I made it invisible. There we go. That's how big his neck is. I love when I'm doing these little moves where I hit select triangle and I move it along this edge. I'm hitting GG, which is grab in Blender. It's just like, yeah, every time I'm doing it, it's like, yeah, good game, good game. It's nice. I'm more tired than I think. Because I think that's funny. Alright, that's good. Alright, so then, that's his neck. Let's wrap it around here now. So I'm going to come in here and we're going to eventually get to that point. So I'm going to come here and just bridge that gap. Snap on. There we go. And just add a couple of edge loops here. Oops. Snap distance is a little bit too high here. And for this back part, I'm probably not going to care too much because I'm going to model his goggles over top of this. I could probably use this as a base though, or I could just keep it all as one mesh. That's a little harder though. And normally you wouldn't do that. You'd want to keep them separate. Apply different UV maps and textures to them. But I imagine in the original game they didn't really do that. They didn't have the budget to do multiple materials per character. I imagine. Wow, up to high resolution here. Okay, when I'm grabbing things on here, I gotta be careful not to go off the edge. Otherwise, I'm gonna have a painful time getting back on it. On the zero edge, this one right here. Nope, wrong. Yes, right. Alright, so the next thing I should probably do is model around his ears. Stick up around there. We want to kind of create a nice geometry for this, because this will make my life a little bit easier later on. I say that a lot. Doing this will make my life easier. Let's get this down now. Let's see where these ear holes are. And I think what I'll do is I'll come in here. This is going to be the foundation for his ear. And this is topology, or edge flow, or yeah, trying to keep good edge flow. It's the only reason I'm doing this. Ugh. Oh man. That's nasty. Which one's right though? The top one might be right. It's up. It's up. It's up. Here we go. Oh man. Losing it. Ears probably end up right about there. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Which one should I do? Or should I just get rid of this guy? Because this is too many, right? It's too many. Oops. Oh. Shift tab. Oh, turn on snap. That's good. Put the side, so this one will match there. So I'll just bring this one this way. So Blender is a really interesting program in kind of its like modeling philosophy. Like you do have these like move, rotate, scale tools that you could use, but using the shortcut keys it's actually really nice, really ergonomic, but they just do things very interestingly. Like if you're ever starting off Blender, one thing to keep in mind is your mouse position before actually initiating a command is quite important. Especially when you're scaling things, like you want to have your mouse positioned either like far away from the thing or close to the thing, depending if you're scaling up or down. Oh, that's not a lot of geo for this whole area. Yeah, I think I need to increase this. I can do it later. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. This is where good edge flow comes in. Is this fine? Yeah, it's fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're not fine. So I've got one there. One there. Do I add an extra? Yeah, I'm gonna add an extra one right here. That will give me a little bit more resolution to play with for his ear, which is good. I don't want to go too high resolution, because once you go too high resolution, it starts becoming more difficult in terms of like selecting things and making and actually modifying topology. Ooh. In which case you probably have to get into like a sculpting mode, and I'm not gonna sculpt this thing. At least not. Yeah, I'm not sculpting this thing. Although I could use the sculpting tools to like smoothen out this geometry. There's some nice smoothing tools that you can use, or sculpting tools for smoothing. I'm just doing it manually right now. Manually. Oh! Oh, you know what? Hello. I think I'm going to use the knife tool here. Where are you? This one. You. And then Resolve edges. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Looks good. Now we have no triangles. Alright. Looking Daxter-ish. I'm going to finish off this bottom area here. I'm going to do this. Do the neck part first. That should look like that. Might have to increase the resolution of this slightly. This neck portion, depending on how my geometry flows. Yeah, see already. Yeah, let's add one more. I know I'm gonna need it. Yeah. Go. Lost Frontier sucked. Just saying. I'm just saying. I'm with you guys. It sucked. It was awful. I was so excited for it though when it came out. When it was like first announced, like, yeah, we're getting another Jak and Daxter game. Woohoo! And it came out, and you're like, it's not the same. So disappointed. I finished it. I finished it once. But Daxter, the Daxter game, oh, that was good. I love that game. That was amazing. I thought that was absolutely fantastic. No, wrong. Bad. Not Daxter, what I just did. I think I'm going to increase the resolution up here as well. Oops. See, I'm nearing the point where this is a lot of geo, and maintaining it is becoming a little bit painful. But it's looking decent. Decent is good. Need another neck one. Decent is good. Yeah, Lost Frontier was definitely not a good game, in my opinion. Daxter was an amazing game. Okay, let's write. First one was incredible, absolute classic. Second one, my favorite, the best one. Third one, okay. Jak X. Oh man, actually, Jak X, I really enjoyed. I thought it was very fun, and I love the storyline of it. Kind of introduced some lore things that, like, I don't know, I wouldn't say breaks it, but definitely makes statements made in the previous games like a little bit, I don't know, not true, but that's fine. You can retcon things, you know, like Spargus City is not the only, or sorry, Haven City is not the only settlement outside the city walls. That's just propaganda by Baron, right? You get exploded away. Oops. Throw out my snap. Oh man, I got a resolution difference here. I could reduce this by 1. This isn't changing much. And it's going to be under 4 here. Decisions. See, this is one kind of nice thing about box modeling. When you do proper box modeling, is like you have to make these decisions less when you're modeling, like, where does my topology go? Because the box kind of does it for you. Whereas here, I kind of have to make the decision myself. Figure out which ways. Oops, that was weird. was very weird. What's happening? Okay, that's better. It's got one pole there. It's fine, that'll go up there, this will go up there. I can fix this. I can fix this. How can I fix this? Go up to the neck. What can I use more resolution here? I can use more up here. So what we'll do is we'll delete this face and introduce another face here. There we go. Very nice. So that wraps me up there. Oh wait, no, I should have gone the other way. I wanted more geo up there. Could I use more geo here? It's a pickle. How do I do this? Let's just do this here, like this. Make the hole smaller. Or I could reduce one in the back. I don't need that many. This one's not doing much. I realize I haven't saved in a very long time. Let's see. I'm just gonna use a triangle. I'm just gonna use a triangle. It's fine. Guys, we're fine. Just gonna use a triangle right there. It's probably fine. Let's see if I can actually go into sculpting mode here and use the smoothing brush. There we go. It's going to smooth this. Oh, it's pushing it in a lot. That's not good. I'm too low resolution for this. Nope. Nope. We're going back to edit mode. Do it old school. Do it old school. Go. Create these nice geolines now. It's a big end. Big. Oh. Okay. Would this work? Hello? Yeah. That's good. That's nice and clean. Cleanish. It's okay. We're good. That wraps around there. That gives me a little bit more resolution at the top here. How's he looking? Looking like Daxter. Very nice. Lost a little bit of his neck here, so let's widen this out a little bit. Yeah. That's good. Oh, and just a note here, guys, I'm not going to be texturing him. I'm just modeling him. Try to create a nice clean model, and that's it. Alright, so I'm gonna go up with the ear here. Should probably make this be bigger. Ooh. Well, his ear's not that big. Oh man. Yikes. A little bit too far forward with this ear, aren't we? Can we save this? Let's try saving this. Here, delete these faces. That's a better hole, I think. And yeah, this can come up here. Add another shape layer. Oops. Okay, I think that should be a better. Yes, that lines up a bit better. Man, that was an amateur move, man. Come on, come on. You can do better than this. All right, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go straight up here with these guys, and what we'll do. Oh, he's way back there. I guess I could turn it. So like his ears would come up. That, right? Let's trace this out. Do the back of the ear first. Probably should have done all these 3 polygons at once. That was a little bit dumb. Let's go back to the concept. I feel like his ears are, I guess the concept is weird. It's fine. Fine. Like this. Yeah. Go. I feel like his ears are gonna come down even more here. Should be coming out over here. Let's look at the other concepts here. Oops, this one. Yeah, they come up pretty much to the side of his head. Oh, not only in this shot. That's more of an angle. Ugh. Man. It's okay. Let's continue it. It's fine. We can fix it later. Scale that down. This, like this. Sure. Right, so that's the back of my ear. Oh man. Oh, right. I just want to make it clear, I have never modeled Daxter before. This is my very first time. So I have no practice, and I'm realizing that this is becoming quite a long video. Maybe I should make it a time lapse. But I find the crappy thing about time lapses in modeling is I move, especially when I'm modeling, is I move my camera around a lot, and that's what you should do. You know, you gotta get all the angles. You gotta figure out all your perspectives. I think this has got to start off thinner. And the problem is, if you're rotating your camera around so much, it makes a time lapse look really bad. Which is why I generally don't like to show time lapses. I'm doing this stuff. I think that's a decent start to the ear. Yeah, I think that's a good start. So with the other side, If I could just get this, move it over a little bit, cheat a little bit here. How do I reverse it? I've changed my shortcut keys, so this. Oh, wait a minute. And F3. There we go. Normal flip. There we go. Right, that should make this proper. Hey! And there's my Blender inexpertise coming out right there. I told you guys I wasn't an expert. So basically what I did there is I reversed the face direction. If I hadn't done that, this wouldn't have worked in quite as nicely of a way. All these faces would be like making X patterns. Just like this. Actually, let's go back a little bit. Nope. Nope, this is the edge, this is the edge. Let's continue this. It's fine. We're fine. Should be my motto. We're fine. We're fine, guys. I really don't want to edit this. I'm gonna hear my voice and we're fine. I'm gonna think, oh man, you're an idiot. And it's true. It's true, but you know. I should just justify it. I'm tired. That's what it is. It's not the reason. I'm just an idiot. Alright, good. Good. Let's make this a little bit nicer. And so I think this view is a little bit kind of hard to get a good read on these ears. I do think I need to go a little bit thicker with them. But this is kind of like at an angle, and I'm not sure about how I'm going to handle that just yet. Just getting the basic structure of the ears down right now. That's good. Here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and here I have 3, so I need one more at least. I could use some more resolution in here, I think. 1 or 2 more. Oh, wait, I might get another one. Oh yeah, look at that. I'll get 5. So I have 5 here and 3 there, which is perfect, actually. So we'll connect these guys out to the edges. You there, you there. And then these ones, we'll have another one coming in here to give us a little bit more definition for his like ear interior right there. Alright, and I'm gonna turn my alpha blend back on so I can kind of see concept through there. Oh man, it's a mess. It's a mess of geometry. Fix it later. Let's go bring this guy out. Bring this guy out. And I cannot see a thing. Let's put this back. Here's my knife tool. And we're just gonna cut. Oh, that's a bad cut. That's a good cut. There, there, there. There, there. And come back down. There we go. There was probably a better way to do that. But I don't care. It's fine. Oh, no. Bad. Yes, good. Good. And good. So that'll be like the inside of the ear. Probably, it's not a lot of resolution. So I want to add more resolution here. I think I might be able to. So I don't want to do that. I could go like this. That's about good. Yeah. Give a little bit of an inset here, and scale that down. There we go. There we go. All right. Bring this out. I feel like they're not uniform, right? I feel like it should be more uniform. Like the concept, yeah, okay. So the concept has like a little bit of like rotation, which is why it's looking weird like this. So it's thicker here, thinner here. So I think I'm just gonna thicken this up a little bit. Go. Nope, I want this to be a little bit thinner, right? Yeah. Yeah, okay, there we go. That's looking not bad. I think I need a little bit more resolution. A little bit less boxy. And one more here. Bring it up to the quality of the rest of the model. Ooh. And yep, definitely one there. Another two there. One more here, and then we can. There we go. Then we can really round out this cavity. There we go. Oops. This up there. I gotta be careful when doing this grab move technique because it can lose definition of your model, like the sharpness in some areas, pretty quickly. So want to like definitely like after doing oops, do that. Definitely want to come back in here and do a few more tweaks. Just to kind of try to keep the overall definition of your model. Oops. Come on. Go. Yeah, we're getting there. Man, sometimes I think how spoiled we are now with like the level of software that we have. Like Blender is really nice to model in. It's like when coming over from a different software, like I used to be like everything Maya, and before that 3ds Max, but then I came over to Blender, and it kind of was a little bit difficult to pick up because it does things differently. Um, but once you actually learn it and start using the ergonomics of the program is really nice. Um, Not as nice as others. Like I do still prefer Maya a lot uh, over over Blender for some of the ergonomics things, like the radial menus in Maya, or at least in the 2016 version. I think they totally broke them in the 2020 version. Um, were really nice, and I didn't have to hit a whole lot of keyboard shortcut keys on that, and that's good. Whenever you're dealing with like modeling all day and things, uh, the less you're like hitting keys, the better. Especially like the like pinky acrobats where you have to use like control and like, yeah, they get. I very much dislike using my pinky for these things because it kind of like feels like carpal tunnel syndrome is unsetting, right? All right, that looks pretty good. I got an extra edge loop here. I wonder if I can bring this up a little bit. Yeah, I think this ear's coming together though. Not terrible. It does feel a little bit small. Do I need to add some volume to it? Let's look at the concepts. It feels thick on the outside there and thin on there. You just increase the volume of this. Ever so slightly. Maybe. These are the kind of things that your art director would like pick up on. It's like your ear looks a little bit pathetic. give it a little bit more volume. But if you're a good artist, you would have already done that. So, not saying I'm a good artist. I like to think I am, but I actually have not done it in a long time. Right now, I am a technical artist, so I'm doing a little bit more coding than I am art these days. And it probably is showing right now. Oops. Let's get this back. This back. I'll bring these out a little bit. Yeah, all I wanted to do is increase the volume of this ear, and look at all this extra work I have to do. It's for Jak Month. It's for Jak Month. It's fine. A little bit of volume when I was cleaning up this geo. Did that. I think I could probably even go more. It's even flat. It's like curved on the outside and flat on the inside, right? If I could do that. Or just reduce the curve altogether. I don't like this. I want to get it right. Because Daxter is my favorite, one of my favorite, obviously. Obviously, one of my favorite characters. I want to do it justice. Nope. My wife's asking me if I want to finish, if I'm finishing, and the answer is no. But I'm going to mute myself because she wants to ask me a question, so give me a minute. Alright, I am back. Just ignore the background noises. That is my wife getting some tasty, tasty snacks. I might ask her to give me some. Ah, no, it's okay. She just offered it to me. I'm like, oh, I'm okay. It's fun. Okay, can I make this a little nicer? I'm wondering. But I think this is helping. Like, it's definitely helping with the volume of the ear. I think this is a little too sharp. That's nice. Go. Bring this out again. So at this point I am straying from the concept. But that is fine. Actually, I'm not even straying from the concept. Look at that. That is hilarious. But I think this is a little bit, like, this part is thinner in the concept. But in 3D it definitely looks pretty thin already, so... This is just a little too thin here. Or too thick. Okay. I'm spending a lot of time on the ears. But that's the thing about Daxter, right? It's like his ears are such a huge part of his character. His ears and his eyes. I think maybe this indentation is probably kind of messing with me. Probably too thick. Let's try reducing this. That does feel better. It might be a little bit too thick on the bottom here, though. Even though the concept doesn't really show it. I feel like it gets a lot thinner than I have it, so let's reduce that. Yeah, it definitely makes it a lot better. I like that. It's better. Switch to smooth shaded. Definitely doesn't do it quite as good. Can't see that definition in there. Alright. I think I'm going to be moving on to the next part. Still not 100% with that ear, but let me just add a mirror modifier just to see how this looks. I think his eyes normally are flatter than this. His head is very pointy. I think I'd want to like flatten it a little bit. Yeah, I think it's this concept that's making me a little bit nervous. That does feel better. I forgot his button nose. I should do that. Alright, I'm gonna do that actually. Yeah, this feels more like Daxter. A little bit flatter. Definitely far away from the concept, but alright, push the ends there a little bit more. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Let's go back to blend and see where his nose is going to be. Oh man, I messed up a lot with this edge. All right, let's fix that. Flatten that, and then we're going to snap it to the grid. After grid snap, and there we go. Button nose, button nose, button nose, right here, which that makes sense. What I'll do is I'm going to extrude these guys in a little bit. Smaller. This will be his nose. Man, I just checked my microphone. It's like, have I been muted this whole time? But we're good. So, oh, that's scary. Delete that face, and yeah, I should snap these. I'm trying to snap back to vertex snap. Ooh, nice. See how this looks. Not you. You. Yeah, got a little nose on him. Hard to see. Did I go too big? Maybe it needs to be a tiny bit smaller. That'll just smooth all these polygons around here a little bit. Yeah, that's fine. Don't like it, but it's fine. Yeah, there we go. That's good. There you go. It's coming along. So I think I've gotten the whole head organic part of him down. Yeah, maybe I'll just quickly do the other portions here. Yeah, I'm gonna do the cloth portion of this, and this should be pretty quick. I could just reuse the geo, so I am actually going to. Oh, I should probably rename these guys. This is front, yeah. This one's side, and this one is what should I call it? Called body. All right. And Shift D. I'm gonna call this one. I'm gonna do this in two parts. Let's do leather. And I'm gonna give it a different material here. Then what we're going to do here is actually we're going to hide the body. We don't need to see that right now. Select the leather. And we're going to do alpha blend. Really low alpha. So I can really see through this thing. Wow, my computer's chugging. Why? And then I'm going to basically delete everything that isn't contained by this leather portion. The ears are gonna get deleted. There. Yeah, and maybe this one. Ooh. Okay, let's try to follow this a little bit closer. Actually, I probably don't even need to. This is a little bit lower. It's just gonna hang down. Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, no. Is Daxter? Is it? Where does it end? Does it kind of wrap around his neck? No, right? Oh man, none of these shots showed. Oh, there's a good shot right there. Okay, so this is like a little loop that comes around there. Okay. Alright, so that's back, so it's like a loop right here. So we could probably get rid of these. To create that loop even here. Yeah, I imagine that it comes around there. Delete those. Yeah, delete these. Delete these. And that hanging bit is going to come down here somewhere, probably even. It's going to be almost flush, eh? Come down here like this. I think this one's going to go. And I'll just hang down there. So we'll get rid of these guys. It'll be more like this. Yeah. Okay. I want to kind of keep this edge loop here, but I don't want that much resolution coming down here, so I made a triangle. It's fine. We're fine. Alright. So, what's that? Oh, I see. Okay, that's good. And then this will be wrapped around the ear. Probably want to make this a little bit bigger. Come in here. Expand these things out a little bit, each one of them, so it's not like interfering with the ear that much. Yeah. It's more like a strap on this side. Oh, kind of like, I see it. Okay, I see it. Alright, so this, yeah, this is gonna go, this comes down like that, and then that, yeah, like that. There we go, and then this kind of curves up like that. Yeah, I think that'll work. Just do like that. There you go, go to that angle, or that triangle. There we go. Now we got that nice strap look. A little bit thin, so it's a little bit thicker. Could be due to the perspective though. Yeah, I'm gonna go a little bit thinner concept. This. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Why not? Okay, the top side. Yeah, it looks like the top side is pretty much flush with the top of his ears. So if I can turn this body piece back on, That is what I have. And it's clipping in right there, but this should be fine. Because... Oops. Yes, this. That and opaque. So what we're gonna do... Select... Oh, you know what? It's a little bit more uniform. Yeah, okay, that's decent. That's good. Alright, and now to extrude this whole thing out along the normal. There's got to be a way to do this without using this tool. Okay, whatever. I'll use it. Extrude along normals. Alright, there we go. Just get a little thickness. Like that. There we go. Not bad. That's not bad. Got this weird crease in the center there. Probably should flatten that out. Probably should have flattened that out before I started doing this. Oh, actually, this is weird. Okay, hang on. I see what's happening here. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of these. Delete those faces. Scale 0. There we go. That's a little bit better. Just to get rid of this crease. Ah. There we go. That's looking pretty good. This little buckle right there. A little big. Nah, it's not. It's good. Thicker here. It's our little buckle. Use a bevel. Man, I haven't used a bevel at all this whole time. What is the command B? Oh boy. Oh, yep. Yeah, it is. It is. It is. It is. It is. Okay, there we go. And then let's do this one and this one. Yeah, I think that looks good. It's got a little. Concept has another one right over there. It's almost like a button. Or is it a hole? I can't really see it that well. what I'll do is I'll just duplicate, scale this down, just a tiny little detail here. Gotta get the right placement. There we go. That was a wrong spot. There we go. There we go. Just a little detail. Nobody look too closely at that little guy. Oh, and then I want to... Yeah, okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add another material and just color these guys. Metal. Nope, not you. You and you. Assign you. Assign. Oop. There we go. And let's make this a little bit darker. Not bad. Alright, and the goggles now. Ugh, it's big. Let's go for 16. 16 sides. Mm-hmm. Oh, we got like a little bit of a widening there, and then they get shorter and then wider again. We might have to create some more, take some civil, creative liberties here. That. That. Like that. I think. So it depends a bit more. I guess in these ones it's a little bit more straight down. Yeah, I like that a little better. I think that looks better. Is that thickness? That's not that thick. Go down like that. That'll be the back face. It's going to be embedded in it. And yeah, okay, so that's just a matter of placement now. Oops. Rotate. Rotate. I don't think I want to go as far as that. I might have to though. It's cutting a little bit into there. Could raise it just a wee bit. Like that. Maybe my angle is too much. Actually, wouldn't he have like a nose? Oh yeah. I feel like this is a little bit too close, but it's a detail, tiny detail. Messed up a lot here. I gotta reset my origin point. Okay, snap. What do we want to do? We want to go object, set origin to 3D cursor. Go, and let's go ahead and add a mirror. There we go. That's not bad. Alright. Assign that metal material. Matching that. Alright, and now, final touch. This little harness clip thing. I'll just use another cylinder for this. Sticking out of there. This time. I feel like I gotta say, like, if you guys have made it this far in the video, I commend you. Because this is a long one. Yeah, I don't know how you're still here. I appreciate it. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna be getting any ad revenue or anything from this, but I mean, it's cool. It's cool that you're still around. Alright, you. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Man, that feels big, doesn't it? Yeah. That feels better. No, it still feels big. Alright, that's good. Maybe. I'll just make that little piece right there. Let's see. I do this a lot where I just like grab any old polygon and I just mold it to the new thing instead of like making a new piece and joining it. Pretty lazy. Although it probably would take less time just making a new piece. But it is a labor of love, so happy to do it. Let's go in there like that. This guy's gonna come in here. And looks like there's a little clip right there. So maybe we'll model that in too. go. Give it a little bit of depth. Not deep enough, maybe? Yeah, something like that. Yeah, okay. And then for this side, I think probably looks something like this. In my head, it looks something like this. Yeah. Just a note, I don't think they would ever model this in, like, at least in the first game. Maybe in the second game they would have had this kind of detail because the resolution of the model got pretty high. But yeah. Yeah, okay, there we go. That's good. And I'm going to join these. Oh. Okay. Material. Call this one strap. I actually don't know if make it brighter or darker. Maybe brighter. Yeah. I think Daxter's, the inside of this is a different color as well. I can't remember what color it is. Is it red? Is red the right color? Oh man, I don't even know. Alright, that's looking pretty decent. Let's add a few more materials to his face here. Ah, boy. I do not know the shortcut keys for this. Let's see. Expand. I'm a complete noob. yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. Alright, I'm gonna blender, expand selection. Okay, I'm gonna max, so that's not gonna work. Would it? Nope. That's one thing about. Okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Alright, let's do this. Sign. Go. Let's do another one for his nose. darker. And I guess he's got the coloring around his body here, right? And actually, probably want to change this a little bit. Let's go up. I think what he has is got his like duotone, double tone mug here. Like this is a different color. Probably going all the way underneath there. Yeah, I don't have a lot of like I could just go look at what it looks like. See here. There we go. Yeah, okay, so well, it comes around there. I mean, I'm not going to do this level of detail, but I'm just going to make it like slightly more. Daxter-like. Oh. There we go. And I know I did not actually model his mouth. Yeah. Yeah. That's true. Yeah, gotta keep it like that. This is probably where I'd be cutting some triangles the way I want them to. Just like that yellowish color. Go. Yeah. More saturated. Come in here and just cut these guys like that. And on this side, sure. Why not? Cut you in there. Now sign these spaces. This is honestly more than I was planning on doing. And I guess I just gotta get the little eye in there. I think what I'll do is I'll just do another little piece of geo. I'll just like cylinder. Or I'll do atmosphere. Yeah. Too wide? There we go. And here. Did I miss anything? Oh yeah, I think his ears also have... Oh, they're darker. Yeah, okay. my ears and their ears definitely look a lot different. I'm gonna stick with it though. I was going by the original concept, so that's why. Here, I'll do like a dark brownish desaturated. That. And there we go. Let's drop my front and side views. But there it is. There's my Daxter. Now, I would like to probably come in here and do a lot more tweaks. Like, I could probably come in here and tweak the verts all day long to make it look better. Oh, actually, what color is his? What color is his lenses? Right? That's somebody else's rendition. That's somebody else's rendition. Why can I never see his goggles? Oh, and Mr. G. Daxter goggles, Daxter goggles. Are they red? Why is this so hard? Are you kidding? Oh man, I should just go play the game and figure it out for myself. Okay, whatever. Anyway, this is it. Well, I'm very surprised if you're still here, and if you are, I'm happy. I hope you enjoyed, and have a nice night.